Hello everyone, Casey here, and welcome to my review for Evolve. Evolve is a first-person shooter that was developed by Turtle Rock Studios and published by 2K Games. It was released on February 10th of 2015 for PC, Xbox One, and PS4. When I first discovered Evolve, it was thanks to the February issue of Game Informer back in February of 2014. At the time I skimmed through the articles and thought that it looked pretty neat, as the extent of my care for it. It wouldn't be until a few months later that my friend told me about the closed alpha coming up for the game that I would really get excited and give much thought to it. It was the very first alpha. He sent me a link to sign up, and sure enough, I got accepted. During my time with the alpha, I nearly fell in love with its gameplay and concept. So sure enough, when the next alpha came, the big alpha, I was quick to join in again. After that, I participated in the beta a few months later, so before the game even launched, I had sunk many hours into the game. I loved every minute of it, and I couldn't wait for the game to launch. However, during the period between the beta to release, a few things happened that made me question where the game was going. I'm sure most of you know already, but for those of you who don't, the crazy DLC model had been announced, and it was more than just a little bit disappointing. But before I jump too far into that rabbit hole, let's talk about the actual game itself. Evolve is an asymmetric multiplayer game. It pits a team of 4 hunters, of which each are different classes with their own strengths and weaknesses, versus one huge badass monster. A really cool concept that I found from the very beginning I really enjoyed. The hunters are an assault class who deals the heavy hitting damage, a medic to heal the assault class and other players in the heat of combat, while many times offering help exposing weak points on the monster. The support class, which, you guessed it, supports the efforts of the entire team, whether it's by shielding a teammate that's being attacked, calling in orbital strikes, or even amplifying all damage the monster receives. Last is the key role, in my opinion, the most crucial element to whether or not your team succeeds or perishes: the Trapper, whose role is to track down the monster and contain it in a bubble so everyone can unleash hell upon the creature. Of them all, I find myself enjoying the support class the most. I like being able to fill in almost any role if one of my teammates is down or dead, or in many cases if you simply just have a moron fulfilling said role. Right now there are 3 monsters currently, with more on the way. There is the Goliath, a powerful brute-like creature that breathes fire, throws boulders, and smashes anything that gets in his way to bits. Next is the Kraken, a squid-like monster that hovers or flies depending on how you look at it. He specializes in long-distance attacks, for the most part, shooting lightning and orbs of electrical energy at players. He's a bit weaker than the Goliath, but what he lacks in strength, he makes up for in damage dealing. Finally, there's the the Wraith, who specializes in stealth, being able to cloak and pluck off hunters one at a time. Wraith is a force to be reckoned with, but if you catch him out in the open, he is more than squishy. He is downright flimsy. But good luck ever getting a lock on the bastard. He is, in my opinion, the hardest of them all to kill, especially if you don't have a team that is communicating well. The Wraith has many tools to its disposal, all of which aim to make fighting him very, very challenging. Evolve boasts a total of 4 different game modes. There's Nest, where hunters must seek out monster eggs and destroy them before the monster stops and kills the hunters. Rescue, where the monster is set to kill 5 colonists before the hunters can help them escape. Defend, where the hunters must stop a stage 3 monster from destroying their defenses and getting to a refueling ship. And Hunt, where the hunters must track and kill the monster before it can reach stage 3, which when it does, it must then destroy a power relay. Every game type except for the last might as well not even exist, because I found that almost everyone online refuses and hates to play anything but Hunt, which is kind of understandable to a degree since it is the flagship game type. And easily, it's the most fun in my opinion, rivaled only by Defend. I suppose I should mention here that Evolve does have a campaign mode, but I use that word pretty lightly. Essentially, it's just a playlist that cycles through each game type, awarding a buff to the winning team, which carries on into the next round. It's a pretty lackluster effort, in my opinion. Evolve can be a lot of fun, and has offered some pretty intense and awesome moments in my time playing it. It's a rare thing to see a game that truly promotes playing as a team, because as I said before, if you don't have a decent team where you communicate, you will fail. which can lead to some great new friendships, or some pretty frustrating engagements. If a single person on the Hunters team doesn't know what they're doing, or goes idle mid-game, which happens a lot, then almost all hope for survival is depleted. So I recommend making sure you have a few friends to play this game with before purchasing it. Otherwise, you may find it a bit aggravating. Of course, if you don't have any friends to play with, you could always just choose to be the monster, which is fun in its own way, as you feel the progression of being hunted, scared, and hiding as much as you can, to evolving to a stage 3 monster and flipping the tables around on the hunters as you chase them down and wreak havoc on them. It can be very rewarding to take out a team of hunters that's been pissing you off the entire game. Where Evolve fails to deliver, and I'll only touch on this a bit because honestly, it's been said everywhere by everyone. It's the DLC. The game at launch offered over $100 worth of DLC, most of which are skins and cosmetic changes, so nothing too bad. But in the future, as they release new monsters and hunters, each pack will cost additional money, making the whole experience feel like a free-to-play game, except for the fact that you had to pay full retail price to play. It is very disappointing to see a game I had such high hopes for start killing itself. It dug a hole and placed itself into it before it even launched, as they announced all the DLC coming to the game. What is really a shame is that Turtle Rock Studios is getting the blame for it. While yes, they are the ones developing the game and the DLC, you can't sit there and tell me that 2K Games had nothing to do with the business model on this game. They saw the potential and cha-ching! Dollar signs for eyes, started plotting and planning on how to get every last cent they could from its fan base. Evolve as a whole though is fun, which is what really matters in the end. But it lacks any real depth. You'll be playing the same game mode on the same maps over and over and over and over. 4 game modes, 12 hunters, 3 monsters, and 16 maps with some new ones on the way for free. That is what you get for your money, plus a huge onslaught of DLC. So, as much fun as Evolve can be, I wouldn't recommend anyone getting it at full price. Hold on and wait. Wait for it to go on sale. Get a used copy. I got this game as a gift from my friend for my birthday, so I'm really enjoying it, but I think I'd feel pretty stupid if I had paid full retail price for the experience Evolve is currently offering. All in all, it's up to you though. I'm just here to try and help you make a smart purchase. I'm going to try something new in this video, and you all have to tell me what you think about it. But I've decided to try and give a rating to the products and games that I review, ranging from 1 being absolute garbage to 10 being golden. So what does Evolve earn? Evolve gets a 6 out of 10, a slightly above average game. Even with the fun and addicting gameplay, Evolve lacks a lot of content that will be sold to you later on at a price. I hope you all enjoyed my review for Evolve, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to stay up to date with our latest videos and reviews. Well, until next time, guys.